Hello everyone, my name is MrNJersey and welcome to my channel. We're back with some more version 1 content here in Stormworks. In this video we're going to be checking out the new logistical missions that we have in version 1. But before we get started, if you are enjoying these videos, don't forget that like and subscribe button and click the little bell icon to be notified of upcoming content as soon as it gets posted. And while you're watching, let me know your thoughts in the comments below and what else you'd like to see in my future videos. As I said, let's get straight into it and get started with this video. So we're back here in Stormworks, and now with version 1 we've seen the addition of the new procedural missions and the complete rework of the mission set that we have here in game. With this we've also got the additional new logistic missions. Now going back before we had version 1, we of course did have some options to do a little bit of logistics where we would be able to go and buy and sell fuel around the islands. Now with these new logistical missions that are actually built in, you can actually go and design your career around moving cargo. Now I think this is a really cool thing. Now you can of course move cargo around, whether it be by plane, helicopter, boat, or even by train. You can still accomplish these logistic missions. Now depending on where you are in the world, you'll be able to see that we have different harbors and also different ports throughout the world. So you'll notice that I had one just over there at the North Terminal. If we were to move around, we should see a few other ones. So you can see there's one here at Terminal Komodo. There's also the Komodo Freight Terminal. We can move around and we can find more and more around the world. And the really cool thing is that wherever you are in the world, for example, if you're doing a regular mission or just by your base, you can actually see these little cargo containers, and they are completely dynamic and they will respawn and you'll get different ones throughout the world, so you won't really have the same mission twice. Now the nice thing is you can go up to them and you will notice that straight away by hovering over it, you can see a destination point. So for example, this container needs to go over to the freight terminal at Spycakes and the reward is 5,000. And we can carry on moving through it, and we can see this one also needs to go to Komodo. Let's see, this one needs to go to Spycakes, this one needs to go to Komodo, and so on and so forth. And you can see they need to go all over the world of Stormworks. And depending where you actually transport them, you obviously receive some more money. Now, for example, if we were to take this one over to Komodo, which is just over here, and we drop it off, there might be some more over there. So we're going to go and just teleport over to Komodo, and let's go and see if there are any over there. So we're over here at Komodo now. You can see there's a bunch more of containers that need to be actually moved around the world of Stormworks. So we can go and hover over this one. This one needs to go over to Spycakes, and for example this one also needs to go over Spycakes. Now the really cool thing I think about this is, first off, you can build creations to actually specifically do something. We actually now have a purpose for our creations. Of course we always had a purpose with missions, but now we actually have something else that we can do here in Stormworks. And the other cool thing about this is that this is now accessible whether it be from your ship, which is down here at the terminal, or by train that we can go and actually transport this around. I actually haven't seen any of these containers that have the Arctic, so I'm quite interested to actually see if the Arctic is a place where we can actually go and drop these off at. And it looks like we have a oil refinery here, and we have fuel location there. It doesn't look like we have any ports up in the Arctic just yet. Maybe that is something that's still coming. As always, this is the preview version, so there might be still a work in progress. But let's just spawn up here at the Arctic airstrip and see if there are any containers over here. I don't see anything yet, so maybe that's still being added, or maybe it's only at the terminals that have access to railway and also to ships. So yeah, I think this is a really cool thing, and I think especially if you're building a career mode and you are trying to obviously earn money to purchase new equipment and new vehicles and so on and so forth, this is a new viable option. Instead of actually doing normal missions, you can now actually focus on freight, which I think is really fun. And I'd love to hear your comments on what you think about this new logistics systems here in Stormworks. I would love to see this expanded more, and of course you can expand on this, and I'm sure people are going to be creating some missions to add on to this. Obviously we have access to the same thing that devs do in terms of the new Allure scripting, so we can do exactly the same thing, which is really cool. But I'd love to hear your comments in the video description below, and I think that's a great place to end this video off with. As always, don't forget to follow my channel for any content covering version 1 update here in Stormworks. And as always, I hope you have enjoyed this and found it entertaining and informative as always, and we'll see you in the next one.